Or is it like I crumble and it becomes extremely difficult to maintain? I don't know. We're only 2 weeks into this diet. I can't live like that, you know what I mean? And you might know that I love menswear. I don't really love skinny jeans anymore. A Gigi Pip hat, a gal meets glam dress, American style versus European style. Her jackets are expensive. Would I count that as one? I don't know. That's this might be a problem. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Katie, and we are about 3/4 of the way through the month of January, which is my first month within my year of 5Finds. And so I wanted to just pause and take a moment to talk about how it's going so far, how my mindset has already changed, but also what's on my shopping list for the year. Because I'm actually making a list in my phone of things that I want, and it's already changing the way that I'm shopping and thinking about things that I need in my wardrobe. So if you're not familiar, I'll link the video up above and down below explaining what this year of is for me. Last year I did what I called a year of simple, where I did a different simple challenge every month, and within those challenges what I decided that I wanted to hone in on was my shopping habits, because I did a no buy, I did a declutter, and so really trying to edit and be more intentional about what I bring into my wardrobe. And so that's what I'm solely focusing on this year, and I've called it my year of 5Finds, because I will be purchasing 5 fashion related items every month. And it's not that I'm trying to buy 5 things, it's I can only buy 5 things, because usually I would probably buy way more than 5 things. And so that's what I'm doing this year. Okay, so before I get into the shopping list and all of that, I just want to take a moment to stop real quick and say I do have aligners in my mouth, so if I sound a little lispy at times or things look a little different or shiny, that's why. I'm doing Smile Direct, not like Invisalign. Smile Direct is the more cheap route. I might do a video on it though, because I've talked a little bit about it on my Instagram, and so it might be nice. I think mine is supposed to be 5 months total, and so it might be nice to hear like from me as someone who is like breaking the rules. I'm not an A+ aligners where I do drink a little bit of tea or coffee with them in, which you're not supposed to do, but like I can't live like that, you know what I mean? Like I can't just like pound the coffee in front of the coffee maker and then pop the things back in, but I'm only like a month in. So that's some videos I might wear them, some I might not. This just feels more casual. I don't know why. To you it probably is like literally no difference. To me, I'm like, oh, I'm off the cusp. Like I just have a little list in my phone of like what items I want to purchase, and I just want to kind of sit down and talk that through, because it might be interesting to see throughout the year and as we go through the months, like what do I actually end up buying versus what's on my list, or what do I think I might purchase. This has already been, just a couple weeks in, very interesting, and it's already doing what I wanted it to do. So when I talked about it in my intro video about why I'm doing this and what my rules are for this year, I compared it a lot to food and Weight Watchers and diets in general, and I feel like that's going to be a constant theme throughout the year. I will probably be referring to it in context of Weight Watchers often, because it is the most similar comparison I can make, because I've done Weight Watchers. You're allotted so many points a week and you have a few bonus points, but once you use those up, it's done. And so you think more mindfully about what you're going to consume, like in your body diet-wise. Like, do I want to waste these points on a stupid little like kid-sized snack pack of chips or pretzels? No, I want to eat like a dessert or a cocktail with dinner, or you just make wiser choices. So I just wanted to say that my mindset has already shifted a little bit, and I'm interested to see how it continues or evolves from that, or gets more complicated. I don't know. Or is it like I crumble and it becomes extremely difficult to maintain? I don't know. We're only 2 weeks into this diet, so we'll see. But another part of this like mind shift or mindset change in how I shop has been me making a list. Now, yes, like I mentally make a list sometimes when I'm in my wardrobe or I'm wearing something and I'm like, oh, this sweater as a whole, I need to find another sweater. Or, oh, I need new jeans. Or, oh, I'm going to this event, I want this thing. I don't ever really like put on my radar like, oh, you know what, this year I'd like to really invest in a nice basic black blazer. So I just sort of wanted to share this like sort of shopping list with you for the year ahead, and what's sort of on my radar that I know I'll be looking for within the year, and that I'm thinking differently about, because I just have never put a list together like this before. The first thing is a little strange, and you might know that I love menswear. I love blazers, I just mentioned. Something that I would like to get is a suit, which I know might sound strange because I'm a stay-at-home mom and I don't work. And even as a working corporate woman, I never owned like a two-piece suit that was like a matching pant and blazer. But I would like a suit, and if I worked, I would still wear this to work. But I would like to have a suit that is maybe not black or navy, but maybe is like a color or something with a pattern, like a window pane check or plaid. That I would wear together at times, but in a more casual, like I love Oxfords. That is something that I would wear out, but I would also wear these pieces separately as well. Suits aren't really sold together anymore, so I would be buying a suit that would be two pieces, but would I count that as one? I don't know, that will depend. So that might be something that's like a Zara or a Mango purchase, where they go together, they're sold separately, but they can be worn together as a suit, and so I would like to have one of those. Okay, the other thing, which might be strange too, is a vest to wear specifically under blazers. Now, when I did my closet declutter, I know I used to own like 3 or 4 vests, and they were sort of like a menswear style vest. And I got rid of them because they just weren't the style that I would want anymore, but I would like to own another one. I do think vests still look, that's hard to say with these, and vests, this might be a problem from time to time. I do think that vests look good over dresses still, but I would like to wear it under a blazer. Again, just turning into a straight up businessman, but I love that. And even if, it's like worn with like a nice silky camisole underneath, and it's not, it could be buttoned or not buttoned, the vest. So that's something that could be cheap. I don't need to invest in that, and that, I'll just be on the lookout for that. Okay, so another thing is jeans. I feel like everyone always is like on the look for jeans, but I have noticed that within this past year, a lot of the jeans that I have purchased have been like an ankle length, more relaxed fit style. I don't really love skinny jeans anymore. I've mainly been reaching for my more relaxed fit, like an ankle length that's more straight leg or like a boyfriend fit. And I love a distressed denim, but the problem is most of the distressed denim that I have has like blown out and the knees are super ripped, which I love, but I think I need to have a more polished, like updated fit that's not skinny in my wardrobe. So that's something that's on my radar for maybe like February or March time frame. I'm not sure, because I would like to purchase like maybe 5 or 10 different pairs of jeans and try them on and like walk you through the process. I've never actually tried on Madewell jeans before, and that's probably because I don't live near a Madewell. So that's something I would like to do. I know a lot of people like Topshop jeans, the Topshop Jamie jeans, but I believe that those are a skinny leg. I've heard great things about certain J. Crew fits, certain Zara fits, and I have a couple different brands in here that I've never heard of before, but I've seen on Instagram and I just keep saving. So that is something that within the next couple of months, sooner rather than later, I would love to do a massive jean try on and pick the best one, maybe 2. So expect to see that soon. A Gigi Pip hat. Now, my good girlfriends Ashley and Carrington, they both have a Gigi Pip hat, and I love them. I tried a Gigi Pip hat, I believe they're out of Utah, and there's a local store called The Counting House that opened up recently, and I actually tried one on for the first time, and I loved it. It was a nude color. The thing that I really loved about the hat is that I don't like hats on me that are like floppy or are not super stiff, because I just don't like the way it looks on me when it's like a droopy hat. And so these hats are like wide brim and very starchy, like sturdy. It's like, I don't know if there's cardboard inside of it. I don't know what's in there, but they're very sturdy. And that is the look that I love. And so you can wear them like down or up, or like Carrington likes to wear hers like way back. And that's a little bit of an investment for a hat. I believe they range between like $70 and just over $100, I feel like. So I think the nude would be perfect for me, and I loved that one that I tried on. So last year I purchased a Gal Meets Glam dress, and I actually don't know if I've talked about it on YouTube. I talked about it on Instagram a little bit, but So you might know Julia from Gal Meets Glam started a clothing line. It was not a collaboration with Nordstrom, but it was a clothing line that she sold at Nordstrom and on their own website. But I purchased a dress, I think it was about $158, I want to say. It was so well made. I wore it twice, I think, last year. I wore it to a rehearsal dinner for the wedding that I was in last summer. I paired it with a jean jacket, so it was sort of a little bit more casual. And then I also wore it to a wedding with a nude blazer. And it's something that I think about in my wardrobe a lot when I think about, like, oh, I have a special thing coming up. Oh, I'm going to reach for that dress. But I love that dress. It feels so special. And when I think about quality things that I have in my wardrobe, that is one thing that I honestly think of a lot. And so I think I might like to get, she has some beautiful flowy maxi dresses, like long, flowy, floral print dresses. And so I think I might like to get something like that in the future. You know, I love dresses that button all the way down. I don't know that she's had one, but that would definitely spark my interest. So she comes out with new dresses like every month, and so that would just have to be something that I would have to connect with a certain piece and want to bring it in my wardrobe. Okay, so I just mentioned a jean jacket. The jean jacket that I have that I wore with that dress is actually the jean jacket that I bought in high school, and I've had that for about 20 years now. And I've never had a desire to buy another jean jacket, and I actually don't even have replacing that jean jacket on my list. But I think I'm curious about owning a white jean jacket because I love white tops. I love wearing white up top. And I think that that might be something nice for spring and summer. I don't know. So I have it on my list, just on my radar. I might not get that, but that's just something that's on there. Another thing is when the Nordstrom anniversary sale hits, possibly getting another Barefoot Dreams cardigan. So I bought the one that I have and love and wear almost every day. I treat it as a robe that I wear around the house, like with my pajamas and whatnot. The one that I have, I still love. It's from 2 years ago. It has a little tiny hole in the side of it, which has not gotten bigger. It's fine. But I think I might like to get a beige one or one that's like a longer line that's a little bit like straighter and longer. It's something that I'm just like putting on the list. I don't need to get, but I am interested in possibly getting. Another thing is rattan sandals. Now, last year I purchased a pair of rattan sandals from Target. They were universal thread, super cheap, but I realized that I reached for those sandals constantly throughout the summer. Partially because they were a nude color and they went with everything. They sort of made, you know, a simple jeans and tank top look nice and casual but elevated just a little bit. But they are almost like nice enough and just a little special looking to wear with like a dress. Like they probably would have looked fine with that Gal Meets Glam dress that I have that's a nicer quality. So I feel like they were such a versatile piece in my wardrobe. They definitely look a little raggedy now. I could probably get a little bit of wear out of them in the beginning of the summer, but it's something that I want to look in, maybe getting a nicer pair. And I don't know how well like that type of straw rattan holds up over time, and so I'm not sure if investing in something a little nicer makes total sense, but I do want to get another pair of rattan sandals this year because those ones I've loved so much, and I will be wanting another pair of those. And they add such a great texture into a wardrobe. They were just like an unexpected impulse buy that I got from Target that I reached for almost every day, and they sort of replaced a flip-flop for me. And someone that I was watching on YouTube, I don't know who it was, but she was talking about like American style versus European style. And she was saying that you can always spot out like American tourists in other countries because Americans wear flip-flops. And I guess, I don't know that this is true, but I guess a lot of other countries, they don't wear flip-flops or like wouldn't wear them like in the way that we do. And so it's for some reason that stuck in my mind, and I don't even really like love flip-flops, but those rattan slides just sort of became my flip-flop alternative. I even wore them to the pool with the kids with just like a bathing suit and you know, like a beach cover up, and they just sort of elevate the look, and it just sort of stuck in my mind, and I'm like, wow, these sort of became like my flip-flop replacement, and I have liked that. So I think I mentioned investing in a nice blazer in the beginning of this at some point. And, you know, I've done a couple videos before about shopping your closet at home and like copying Instagram or blog or street style looks. And the first one that I ever did, I recreated a look from Anina Bing. And I follow her, I like her. She has a brand, Anina Bing, and she has some great blazers within that line. She's a big fan of like a cool girl jean, graphic tee, and a blazer. Her jackets are expensive. I think they're in the $300 range. But I don't know. It's something that I'm curious about, and I think that I would like to invest in a really nice quality blazer. Is it from Anina Bing? I don't know. It's on my radar. I've listed it down just to look at it. Maybe something will go on sale at some point. I don't know. But I think I would like to own a blazer that just feels more special and substantial. That's something that I will have in my wardrobe for a really long time. And I actually do have some blazers, cheap blazers, that have been in my wardrobe for like 10 plus years. And so I know that if I find a style and a color or pattern that I really like, I will get use out of it, and it would be a good investment for me. So that's on my list. Okay, so the final few things are more brands that I'm interested in trying. So when I did the introduction to my Year of 5Finds video, I did talk a little bit about consumerism and fast fashion versus slow fashion and ethical brands and conscious brands. And that is not the reason solely that I'm doing this, but it is something that I want to inform myself better on and maybe experiment with shopping from some of these brands. And I actually have something coming in the mail from one coming up, so that will be interesting. But I've never purchased anything from Everlane. I know that they get great reviews in terms of like their knitwear and their like ankle boots. I hear a lot of people own, and so that's something that is just on my radar to look for. Amore Vert is another one. My favorite Oxfords ever actually are from Amore Vert, which is great to know. They're Fortress of Inca, which is sold through Amore Vert. So that was sort of cool to know that one of my favorite pieces ever is like a handmade, well-crafted piece that is from a sustainable, conscious brand. So that was kind of cool. Cezanne is another one that I think we hear people talk about a lot when they are talking about slow fashion brands. It's a Parisian brand. They also are supposed to be known for great knitwear and basics. And so that's something that I would like to look into. And then Reformation. I am so curious about Reformation because I actually did not realize that they were a sustainable, conscious brand. I honestly thought that Reformation was like a shop bop, where it was like, you know, a brand or a name that had a bunch of different brands underneath that they were selling. But it's actually a brand, and it's a conscious clothing brand that sells things that don't look like a boring, basic, conscious clothing brand. Now, I love boring basics. Look at me. Like, I'm not saying that, but you look at a lot of these conscious brands, they are sort of basics and capsules because you're investing in pieces you're going to wear for a long time, and usually that's not like a crazy dress or a crazy print, something or other. But Reformation actually has a lot of that stuff. My only concern and worry with Reformation is their sizing. I think they only go up to size 12. I am a size 8-10, but I feel like I've heard that they are one where their size 12 is like a size 8 or something. And so that might be something where it just isn't going to work out for me. And I might even do like a Year of 5Finds, like conscious month, where I just try to find all of my 5Finds from any of these brands. So we'll see how that evolves as we go on. And I should have said this at the beginning of the video if anyone's still watching, but thank you so much for your kind response to my Year of 5Finds. I appreciate so much everyone's response, and everyone's like, yes, you got this, or I'm gonna do this too. And those of you that it really resonated with, that want to think more mindfully about your shopping as well. So I love that. And I love that those of you that were like, I have switched over completely to conscious clothing brands. I loved that a lot of you were like, yes, this is great. I love that you're interested in doing this and watching that documentary, The Price of Fashion or The Cost of Fashion, because I feel like some people could shame me for it and saying like, oh, you want to think more intentionally about your purchases, but you're not ready to stop shopping Zara. And I love that everyone was like, yeah, that, you know, leaning into it slowly and just educating yourself and being more mindful is the way to go about it. And so that was so kind. And so thank you for that. And I can't wait to see what happens this year and how it works for you guys too if you're following along. So thank you so much for watching and being so kind. And I will see you again in another video real soon. Bye.